Alright, this is Southern Gun here, and we're kind of new, but we decided we're going to start doing some reviews on weapons since we have quite a bit, we shoot quite a bit. It just makes sense that we should educate people that don't get to play as much as we do and learn as much about protection and fun and hunting. So, Southern Gun, that's the new deal. As everybody in the South, we've got a glass of sweet tea, some 12 gauge coasters. Got those at Hobby Lobby. Alright, today we're going to do a quick review on the Sig M400 direct impingement AR-15 M4 style rifle. It is an M4 style, it's not an M4. There's only company that makes an M4 is Colt, because they hold that patent. But nowadays, people would call this an M4 style rifle. But just in general, civilians will just say it's AR-15, which that's exactly what it is. We're just going to go through the Sig right here and just show you some things about it and point out the good and the bad. And to be honest, I won't be able to point out any bad, because if anybody knows anything about Sig, they're world known for their quality. Sig does not make junk, and if you do have a problem, they'll take care of you. Sig has great customer service. I'm just going to take the quick detach sling off real quick, which we'll get to later. Sig has something special that ARs don't. Other ARs don't. But we'll get to that in a minute with the quick detach milled in. The Sig M400, Sig Sauer M400 direct impingement, gas direct impingement rifle. The DI direct impingement means it's just a basic gas tube, gas operated system, as opposed to the piston operated that Sig is also well known for and is coming up in popularity. I picked up this rifle for about $1,000, maybe $1,100. That's without the aim point. We'll get to that aim point later. But then just bare bones, this rifle with Magpul furniture, $1,100, which is a good deal. And you're going to ask, how do I know this is a good rifle? Well, for one, I've been shooting for a very long time. I've been shooting since I was old enough to hold a gun. Not ex-military. I'm not law enforcement. But I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to my weapons. So where I'm going to start pointing out of why this gun is just quality. First of all, there's some things that Sig does that you won't see in any other AR. Sig's attention to detail is almost above and beyond other makers. If you know any AR M4 style rifles, you look at the Sig, you're immediately going to notice something different about the lower. The lower, it's just milled out completely differently. The front of the magwell, hold on. Before I start handling this rifle personally, I'm going to show that it is safety checked. Nothing in the magazine, nothing in the chamber, before I get to handle it too deep. The lower it's just milled a little different than other ARs, and actually a little bit cooler. The front of the magwell has these serrades, I guess you could say, kind of grips, but you won't get in other ARs. That's for people, I guess, that like holding their ARs on the magwell. That's not really for me. But if you do like doing that, that can really help. And at some point I need to do that. If you have sweaty hands, you always got to think about it. If you're ever in a situation that you're having problems, you're going to have sweaty hands, you're going to be nervous. So paying attention to grip is key. We'll flip it over real quick. And on this side, you already notice it's a lot different. For the mag release, the Sig has ambidextrous mag releases. So either side, you can press and the magazine will drop out. These, not slide lock, the bolt catch, bolt lock, whatever you want to call it, bolt release, is extended right here. So if you're going to pull this back, that right there, it's extended, makes it easier to lock your bolt carrier back. It's just another thing that Sig does. Pay attention to quality, and they help you out. They just make things easier. The safety switch is just very positive, very solid. You can hear it click. You can pick up a gun and you can just tell how well it clicks and how firm it is. That it's solid. The Magpul, I highly recommend Magpul products. Some people don't like them. There's other companies out there that make things similar to Magpul. The furniture-wise, the polymer, plastic. Magpul is great. The products are outstanding. I do have the Magpul backup flip-up sights. There's been a lot of controversy over these because of the fact that they're plastic, and people have dropped them and they have broken. Well, I might upgrade to the steel ones one day. I might not. I'm trying not to drop my rifle though. And if I do, I trust my aim point will hold to 0. So first thing I did when I got this rifle, I want to keep it pretty simple. So I left a Magpul on it, and I just stuck a rail because I have a stream light that I like to stick on there every now and then. One thing I did do, as soon as I got this rifle, for no real reason, like reliability wise, the gun shot great when I got it. I put a Spikes tactical bolt carrier group in it, just because Sig comes with the chrome line barrel and all their great quality. They did not have a MP stamped bolt carrier, which means magnetic particle inspected, which is a test for hardness and test for microfractures within the metal. So you know if it's MP tested, it is solid through and through metal and it's not going to bust. Not that I've ever seen a bolt carrier bust in my period of time. But I've put 1,000 rounds through this rifle and I'm owned it about a year. So we'll get to that. I did upgrade the bolt to Spikes. Didn't really need to, but just for good measures, I know Spikes makes fantastic products, all mil spec. So I added that because the only reason I changed the house is because everything else in this rifle is mil spec. Mil spec. Mil spec. It just all that really means is that's the specifics that the military holds their weapons to when they issue their codes. This, as far as some mil-spec features of this rifle, it'd be the chrome line barrel. The barrel is stamped 5.56 NATO, 1 in 7 twist. An F-marked front sight poach, which is mil-spec. M4 feed ramps, chrome line chamber. Now, the stock bolt with the Sig came chrome line. Just wasn't MP stamped, which isn't exactly necessary. I've been told that they do pressure test them, but in bunches, like in bulk. Like they don't, not each separate one, but every few hundred out of a batch or whatever, they'll MP test one. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I've been said. But I trust Sig and their quality. But I just put that out there, that Spikes in there, because now I know this rifle is 100% mil-spec. Comes with a mil-spec butt stock. Your shortened, flat base. I'm sorry, not butt stock. Buffer tube. And also, chrome line chamber. Now I have chrome line, MP tested, properly staked bolt carrier. If you don't know what properly staked means, you can look up staked bolt carrier, or maybe I'll do a video on it one day. And as far as that, the trigger on this gun is really nice. It's single stage trigger. And back to some of the quality aspects of Sig and the way they pay attention to detail. They milled out quick release attach points into the bottom of their lower receivers. You won't see another, you might, but Sig was the first to do that as far as I know. Like I said, I'm not the smartest, but I know my weapons pretty well. And it just works fantastic. This is my quick detach single point sling right here. It's off there. Well, now that I'm on video, it's going to be a little difficult for me. But now it's on there. It is not coming off. It swivels. It's ambidextrous. You can stick it on this side as well. And it's just going to swivel around, do whatever you need it to do. I did also upgrade the charging handle to a BCM. No reliability reasons. Because I know people buy ARs, they're thinking, oh, I want one for shit is the fan or something like that. That's the reason they want one. They're scared of an impending ban or whatnot. Or some people just want an AR to have fun with. All my ARs are, I guess you could say, battle type rifles. Shit is the fan. Without rule of law. And they're also fun rifles. They're just kind of a cover all your bases, even a home defense. And the DCM charging handlers, nothing really outstanding about them, but they're just a little more to grab onto. And that's 1100 round Swiss rifle, 0 malfunctions. And that's about it. The Sig is a great rifle. I would not hesitate, if you were looking into rifles and you see a Sig in your range, do not hesitate to pick one up because it will work fantastic. And the aim point, I added that on there just because aim point is, if you know anything about rifles, you know the aim point is top of the line. Their sights can take abuse, so if I'm going to get a gun that can take abuse, I'm going to get a sight that can too. I mean, sometimes I toss my gun around just to see how well it's going to hold a 0, and it does. It just works. It just works. That's all I can say about the Sig M400. It's just going to work. I've never really torture tested it. Don't plan on it because I paid a lot of money for this rifle and my other rifles as well. I'll let someone else do the torture test that makes more money with me. But if you're looking for a great rifle, do not hesitate to pick up a Sig because you are getting quality, you're not getting ripped off, and you'll be very happy with it and it will run flawless. Like I said, 1100 rounds, flawless. No steel case, but ran flawlessly. Thank you. And that's Sig M400, Southern Gun out.